This chapter begins with the police revealing a crucial new clue about the mysterious telephone call. However, Inspector Raglan remains convinced of his theory, while Hercule Poirot begins his own, more subtle investigation, focusing on details others have overlooked. We all looked at each other. You'll have inquiries made at the station, of course?
Naturally, but I'm not over-sanguine. You know what that station is like. An important junction, 3 local trains coming in close together, a bustle of people. The chances of one particular person being noticed are very small indeed. But why telephone at all? That is what I find so extraordinary. There seems no rhyme or reason in the thing.
Be sure there was a reason.
But what reason could it be?
When we know that, we shall know everything. This case is very curious and very interesting.
There was something almost indescribable in the way he said those words. I felt he was looking at the case from some peculiar angle of his own.
You say it was 9 o'clock, Dr. Shepard, when you met this stranger outside the gate?
Yes, I heard the church clock chime the hour.
How long would it take him to reach this window? It would mean that he had been here before, that he knew his surroundings.
Colonel Melrose went in search of Raymond, and I rang the bell for Parker. Raymond seemed surprised and delighted to meet Poirot.
No idea you've been living among us incognito, M. Poirot. It will be a great privilege to watch you at work. Hello, what's this?
Poirot had moved aside suddenly, and I saw that he had drawn out the armchair until it stood in the position Parker had indicated.
M. Raymond, this chair was pulled out so last night. Someone moved it back again. Did you do so?
No, indeed I didn't. Somebody else must have moved it back. Have they destroyed a clue? Too bad.
It is of no consequence. What I really want to ask you is this. Did any stranger come to see Mr. Ackroyd during this past week?
No, I can't remember anyone. Can you, Parker?
There was the young man who came on Wednesday, sir. From Curtis and Trout, I understood he was.
Oh, yes. The firm sent down their representative about a dictaphone, but nothing came of it.
Can you describe this young man, Parker?
He was fair-haired, sir, and short, very neatly dressed in a blue serge suit. A very presentable young man.
The man you met, Doctor, was tall, was he not?
Yes, somewhere about 6 feet.
There is nothing in that, then. I have seen, I think, all that there is to be seen here.
What message? What have these things said to you today?
An opened window, a locked door, a chair that apparently moved itself. To all 3, I say, why? And I find no answer.
He looked ridiculously full of his own importance. It crossed my mind to wonder whether he was really any good. We went to the drawing room, and on the way were joined by Inspector Raglan. His face looked grim and satisfied.
So there you are, M. Poirot. Well, this isn't going to be much of a case. A nice enough young fellow gone wrong.
I'm afraid I shall not be able to be of much aid to you, then.
Next time, perhaps? To begin with, method. That's what I always say, method.
Ah, that too is my watchword. Method, order, and the little gray cells.
The cells?
The little gray cells of the brain.
Oh, of course. Well, we all use them, I suppose. Anyway, I made a list of everyone in the house, where they were between 9:45 and 10 p.m. It disposes pretty effectually of the household. Now we come to a very grave point. The woman at the lodge saw Ralph Paton turn in at the gate and go up towards the house at exactly 25 minutes past 9. It's all clear enough. It fits without a flaw. At 9:25, Captain Patton is seen. At 9,003, Mr. Raymond hears someone asking for money. What happens next? Captain Patton leaves, angry. He comes to the open drawing room window. It's empty. He steals in, takes the dagger, and returns to the study window. He climbs in and, well, Then he slips out again, makes for the station, and rings you up.
Why?
I jumped at the interruption. The little man was leaning forward. His eyes shone with a queer green light.
It's difficult to say, but murderers do funny things. But come along and I'll show you those footprints.
He laid Ralph Peyton's shoes from the inn over the marks on the windowsill.
They're the same. This is a pair just like the ones that made the prints, but older. See how the studs are worn down?
A very foolish young man, Captain Ralph Peyton, to leave so much evidence of his presence.
Poirot lingered until the inspector had gone. Then he looked at me.
How say you, Dr. Shepard, shall we investigate that summer house? It interests me.
A wooden door creaks open. Soft sounds of someone crawling on a dusty floor.
I was startled to see him on his hands and knees, crawling about the floor. He shook his head, then suddenly stiffened, stretching out his hand to a rustic chair. He detached something from its side. What is it? What have you found? He smiled, unclosing his hand. A scrap of stiff white cambric lay in his palm.
What do you make of it, my friend?
A scrap torn from a handkerchief.
And that?
He cried triumphantly, picking up a small goose quill.
A fragment of a handkerchief? Perhaps you are right. But remember this, a good laundry does not starch a handkerchief.